Saul Canelo Alvarez, the #1 pound for pound king in boxing today, the best boxer in the world today, versus Caleb Sweet Hands Plant. Who do y'all think is gonna win this fight? Before I get more into the video, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more boxing and please hit that like button. It helps out the video, it helps out the channel. I'd really appreciate it. So, to those who doesn't know, there's a lot of talk about this fight. A potential fight between Plant and Canelo for undisputed status in the super middleweight division. If we look at the rankings today, in the super middleweight division, Canelo holds the WBC, WBA, and now the WBO. He just defeated Billy Joe Saunders. As we all know, he's coming off a big win against Saunders, broke Saunders' face, and won by TKO. Spectacular event in front of 70,000 plus fans. Whew, man, you gotta enjoy it, man. It's insane how Canelo, his stardom, his rise to stardom, and the amount of improvement he's made over the years. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. At least I do. But anyway, 3 world titles now for Canelo. He is 1 title away from being undisputed at 168. Caleb Plant has that ticket. Caleb Plant holds that IBF title. It's a ticket to fighting Canelo, a big payday against Canelo. Caleb Plant, if you guys know, is coming off a win against Caleb Truax earlier this year. I'm going to be completely honest, it wasn't the best fight, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. It was more of a stay busy fight, the way I look at it. But anyway, a fight between Caleb Plant and Canelo has actually been talked about already. If you follow boxing, you know. But to those who didn't know, late last year there were talks about it taking place late last year, but obviously it didn't happen. Canelo ended up fighting Callum Smith, and Caleb Plant ended up fighting Truax earlier this year. But yeah, there were talks about it taking place, supposedly to take place in the later part of last year. But to my understanding, Caleb Plant backed out. Caleb Plant didn't want to fight Canelo, claiming that he needed more time to train and all of this and that. So, yeah. But now it seems like he's more, it seems that he's actually interested to fighting Canelo now. And it makes sense. This is the fight that makes sense. Canelo is the #1 king. He, like I said, is just 1 belt away from being undisputed. He also holds the Ring Magazine title. Only lost once in his career. I think we all know who he lost to, Floyd Mayweather, and since then he's just been unbeatable. Well, actually, he had to improve more, but now he seems unbeatable right now. And Caleb Plant, to those who don't know who he is, he's 28 years old, from Nashville, Tennessee, currently residing in Nevada, Las Vegas, USA. 21 wins, 0 losses, 12 wins coming by way of knockout TKO. He is the IBF Super Middleweight champion, and like I said, that's his ticket to fighting Canelo. He won the world title when he defeated Jose Uzcategui back in January 2019, and since then he's successfully defended it 3 times against Mike Lee, giving Mike Lee his first loss, against Vincent Feigenbutz, giving Feigenbutz his 3rd loss, and against the veteran Caleb Truax. All 3 fights where he won pretty convincingly and easily, in my opinion. And now here he is in talks to possibly fighting Canelo. And when it comes to talking about who would win the fight between Plant and Canelo, by the way, this picture is by PBC. Very beautiful picture. But anyway, in terms of talking about who would win, I think we all know who's gonna win this fight, right? It's hard to go against Canelo. I mean, come on, how can you go against Canelo after what he did to Billy Joe Saunders, Callum Smith, Avni Yildirim, Sergey Kovalev? It's tough to go against Canelo. It really is. I've tried going against him back then when he fought when he fought Miguel Cotto, when he fought Lara, when he fought Daniel Jacobs. I've always been a very, if you've been following me over the years, you'd know that I've been very critical of Canelo, and there were moments where I did doubt him, but pretty much after, I think it was after the Daniel Jacobs fight, after that I was like, yeah, Nobody can beat this guy. I mean, the Kovalev fight where I was like a little bit, maybe, but he knocked out Kovalev, man. This guy has the power to knock heavier guys, to break people's faces, to break arms. The dude can punch, and he's gonna knock out Caleb Plant. I'm gonna be honest, man. I like Caleb Plant. I really do. I like Caleb Plant. I feel like he's a very underrated fighter, very underrated boxer. But I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he's even in the same level as Billy Joe Sanders and Callum Smith. In my opinion, Billy Joe Sanders and Callum Smith are more proven fighters, more proven boxers compared to Caleb Plant. But Caleb Plant, man, I don't know. It's Caleb Plant just hasn't fought that top. I mean, if he fought David Benavidez and defeated David Benavidez, then yeah, I think Caleb Plant has a decent shot. But that's not the case. He didn't fight David Benavidez, and he hasn't really fought a big. His last, he became champion by beating Uskatagi, and he defended his title against Mike Lee. I mean, come on, Mike Lee, Vincent Fagenwitz. I mean, come on, Caleb Truax. When Truax is already old and not the same anymore. So, I honestly see Caleb Plant getting stopped or getting knocked out in this fight. But it'll be a big payday for him, and I hope he fights Canelo. I hope he does. I hope PBC doesn't make this fight hard to make. Canelo is the A side. He's the main man. If it has to go to the zone, because it looks like Canelo is gonna be working with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom in the zone. It looks like he wants to work with them for the rest of his career or for as long as possible. And it looks like Eddie Hearn will be doing the negotiation stuff. And if they can make this fight on the zone, that's better in my opinion, instead of pay-per-view. I mean, why? I can't believe there are people out there who'd rather have this fight on pay-per-view than on the zone, which is fucking ridiculous if you ask me. Pay-per-view is $75. That's insane. That's very expensive. And when you can just get on the zone for $20 a month or $100 for the whole year. So obviously the smart choice is the zone. But then again, if you guys don't know, Canelo's actually fighting on pay-per-view. His fight against Billy Joe Saunders was on pay-per-view. So to the people out there who wants pay-per-view, you can buy it on pay-per-view if they were to fight on the zone, because it will be on pay-per-view also. So that solves the problem, right? But no, there are people out there who wants it specifically on PBC. And I'm like, dude, why does it matter? Let's just see the fucking fight. If Anyway. Is that Adelaide Bird right there? You see that? Is that Adelaide Bird in that picture? Hold up. Let me zoom in more. Right there? Oh my gosh. I think she's still scoring fights. I better hope she never scores another big major fight, man. Because, yeah, she doesn't deserve to be scoring major fights. Anyway. Canelo TKO knockout probably in the middle to late rounds, in my opinion. He's gonna figure out Caleb Plant in the first half. Caleb Plant will have competitive rounds in the first half, but in the end, the power will be too much as well, and Canelo will time him with something great and stop him and hurt him. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Like always, have a great day. Alright, thanks.